followed by Dr. Kevin Macy Ayali.
And I believe Mr. Eskin is left also.
Melissa Ferris, followed by Mr. Watkins.
Okay, I guess I'm back up. I've got to say, the interim made me really appreciate the magnitude of the workload this district has. I mean, I'm used to just dealing with teachers and occasional administrators. Hello again. I emailed all of you late last night a letter I wrote to President Ashton. I don't know if you had a chance to read it. A hard copy has been distributed to you. For the record, I'll read it. Dear Mr. Ashton, after much consideration, I write to urge you to voluntarily step down as President of the Board of Trustees of the Fresno Unified School District. While I respect your right to have personal views that may not comport with the requirements of the law, as President of the Board of Trustees, you have a responsibility to speak in a manner that does not denigrate students attending Fresno Unified. Your recent statements concerning the teaching of LGBT inclusive sex education showed an ignorance of science and are an insult to LGBT students attending Fresno Unified schools. Numerous studies show that certain traits are innate or genetically predetermined. Being left-handed is an example. I am left-handed, and I definitely did not voluntarily choose to be so. It is a trait I was born with. Many other studies show that being LGBT is a trait and not a choice. People who are members of the LGBT community deserve as much respect as heterosexual community members. I appreciate the fact that when I was just starting school, that my parents respected my left-handedness and stopped my teacher from trying to convert me from writing the wrong way to writing right-handed. Our Board of Trustees needs to be led by a president who does not espouse bad science to support his personal views, especially when those views can have a negative impact on students, families, and the diverse communities in our school district. For the sake of our students and the credibility of our school district, please resign from the office of board president. You will still continue to serve on the board as the duly elected by the voters in Area 7. If you decline to step down, I urge the remaining board members to vote to remove you from office. Thank you.
Mr. Michael Jessica Mahoney. Jessica Mahoney, followed by Reverend Tim Kutzmar.
Good evening, Board, Superintendent. My name is Jessica Mahoney, contracted bus driver. I'm here speaking on the behalf of me and not as a bus driver or employee of Fresno Unified. See how easy that was? But yet, how many you have underneath your belt now? 3 radio shows, Twitter feeds, Facebook, newspapers. Yeah, you have a right to say what you want to do, but we also have a thing called the Establishment Clause. The First Amendment has 2 clauses. One, that you don't force religion on others, and you keep it separate. The problem I'm having is, this is education. We don't take sides. We don't have this sides and this and us and them. You've been on radio saying I. Oh, I did this. I hired psychologists. I did this for the special education department. You're a team. If you spell team, there's no I in it. What I think needs to happen is you are elected official. You're not a school employee. You get $18,000 a stipend. What we need to revise the bylaws, and we need to do a bylaw called, a lot of city councils do this, called reorganization. And they don't have to give a reason. What we do, you guys do a study session or a simple vote, hey, I'm gonna do a recall, and you guys decide who's gonna swap seats. So we don't have this mess, and we can stay to the business of the district. It's very simple. You don't lose your job, but it calms you down to stay focused. And the problem is, with you, you're a businessman, you're not an educator. A lot of these folks are principals, teachers, they come from educational background. What was embarrassing when that chart was up there, and you didn't know how to read it. Third grade, eighth grade, it was like, okay, of course you're not going to do the same math in third grade as you do in eighth grade.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Reverend Tim Kutzman, followed by Ruth Jenkins.
Hi, my name is Reverend Tim Kutzmark, and I serve as minister at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno. Like it or not, California is a 3 strikes and you're out state. Our current board president has made 3 strikes, and so he must be out. Strike 1. Board President Brooke Ashian used religion to gay bash vulnerable LGBTQ kids in the Fresno Unified School District. Learning about safe-sex practices and the existence of LGBTQ people does not turn a straight student gay. He insults those of us who are LGBTQ when he repeats that insidious lie. Free speech is not the same as hate speech. Strike 2. Fresno is not a Judeo-Christian city, nor is the school district a Judeo-Christian school district. Fresno and the school district is made richer, not lesser, by its affirmation of its multi-faith community. Christians, Jews, Muslims, Buddhists, Sikhs, Shintoists, Unitarian Universalists, Wiccan, and earth-based spirituality. Our current school board president dismisses one of Fresno's greatest strengths when he focuses on the worth of only one religious tradition. Strike 3, speaking against a comprehensive approach to avoiding teenage pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections is flouting research and best practices, which should be valued in any system charged with education. Abstinence-only teaching is bad science and bad education, and our school board president is ill-advised to promote it. Free speech is not the same as ignorant speech. Strike 1, insult LGBTQ youth and teens and spread a hateful lie. Strike 2, insult the multi-faith community. Strike 3, insult good science and good education practices. You're out.
Lord, Mr. Ashen, I'm still here. I was here at 4:15 and put in my card to speak at that point. And when I asked you about it, you told me you were done speaking to me. But I'm speaking to you now. I am Ruth Jenkins. I am the president of the Board of Trustees of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Fresno. We are calling for your resignation from the school board. Your statements in response to the curriculum for sexual education deny the worth and dignity of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender individuals, and demonstrate that you are unqualified to serve in any capacity on the school board. We feel that it is equally unfit for you to be a member given your stated bias that privileges the Judeo-Christian faith. Fresno's rich cultural diversity includes moral and ethical individuals who participate in Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, Jewish, Muslim, or Unitarian Universalist faith communities, or no faith community at all. We question your ability to serve all of the members of the community, so we feel we must ask for your resignation. There is no place for intolerance in education.
Deborah Maggie, followed by Eleanor Dote.
Hi, thank you. I'm totally unprepared to be here. I did not come here with the intent of making a speech, so here I am. First of all, let me say I am not being paid to be here, and I was not bussed in. I'm here as a concerned citizen for the Fresno Unified School District and for the education of our children. I've been sitting here looking at your core beliefs for the last 3 hours. Number 3, leadership. I don't see much leadership coming from the president. When your leadership is insulting to the community, you insulted your very members that sit with you. You insulted the superintendent. You insulted the citizens of Fresno by what you said. You went national. This was, Fresno made national news for being bigoted and being hateful and being intolerant. That was unacceptable. Safety. We've talked about safety. Shot spotter. We spent a lot of time on shot spotter. You guys spend a lot of money on that. Where's the safety for our children that go to school and expect to have tolerance and understanding from their co-students? The very what you said left them all at risk for their safety. I would venture to say more children are damaged by suicide and harm in that way than they are by the need for shot spotters. So, you know, the safety for our children is a big concern, and you have risked our children by what you said. Culture. Culture is not just economic, not just your nationality. It's a culture of choice. And you took away that choice. I don't know what the solution is other than your resignation. I don't know what the procedure would be, because I understand that the superintendent could ask it to go before the board to have a vote. I say vote you out, and I'm sorry, I say that respectfully, and you have a right to your First Amendment, and by golly, I'll be the first one to fight for First Amendment rights, but you don't have the right to speak for this whole board, and that's what you spoke for. You spoke for the